This
अगर उससे कोई
conference
वर्ड
will
समझ में
now
नहीं आया
be
तो आप पूछ सकते
recorded.
हैं इतना अर्थం కాకపోతే అడగండి అమ్మా వెంటనే वॉल्यूम कम कर लीजिए So okay guys, we'll start the session. So first one is what is SAP? So when the SAP has started, what is the full form of SAP? So SAP means any update. SAP means कहीं सुना होगा ఎక్కడైనా వినుంటారు కదా SAP అంటే. So as per your knowledge, what is SAP? So why we use SAP in organization? It's okay if you don't know, but in case if you know, please update. So generally, SAP is used in organization to upgrade whatever the transactions is going on there. ఎక్కడి నుంచి వాయిస్ బయట వస్తుంది आपके इसमें से बाहर आ रहा है क्या वॉइस वॉल्यूम नहीं कम करें आप अच्छा वो मोबाइल का सेटिंग है ऐसा है so in every organization what happened they used to sell something or they used to buy something they used to hire new employees for the organization right so each and every data should be updated in the server like for example you have your own bank and you're doing something transactions there better to use some other mobile आप टिका रुका दीजिए अब ऐसा कीजिए आप याहिया के पास बैठ जाइए जाके नहीं तो या नायडू के पास बैठ जाइए आप या मेरा मोबाइल दूं आपको अच्छा आपके साथ बिठा लेते हैं आप ग्रुप में सेंड करके देखो आप उनके साथ बैठ जाइए आप ऐसा आ जाइए so for every account we may have some transactions like for example you're scanning somewhere and you're buying something and each and every transaction is getting in your in what message type so for example something has been deducted some amount so here in the company also one server will be there whatever the transactions you are doing like you're buying you're selling you're recruiting some employees you're buying some assets you're buying laptop anything each and every transaction should be updated in the server समझ गए ना and each and every company for example hospitality people are using okay even though the car showroom people are using Kritunga restaurant, I think you have here. They are also using SAP, and DMart is also using SAPs are there. You can see here. I'm taking different examples. The car company, the groceries company, and even the hospitality, the pharma. Here SAP is suitable for any type of business. Okay. So here the full form of SAP is systems, applications, and product in data processing. You need to buy hard this thing. Okay. Next. When the SAP has found at what year? 1972. Where is this headquarters? Germany. Waldorf, Germany. So Waldorf means a particular Germany city. And here, what type of software is SAP? So most of the people they think that SAP is not a software, but we are using मतलब software नहीं है, तो अलग job है. It's not like that. SAP is also a software job. Okay. So what is ERP? Any idea? Anybody have you heard about Tally? Eh? What we do in Tally generally? Accounts. Accounts means nothing but whatever you are buying, you need to update there. Yes, exactly. So here, don't think that is the totally SAP's related of accounting. So we have a part of SAP MM. What exactly we are buying used to update it. We are resource planning. So here, what we are doing in ERP, we are buying material from the vendor, and that all data is going to be put in the server. As SAP MM consultant, I am talking about. We have finance background and production department people, quality management people, HR department. There are so many of modules are there. But as MM consultant, our work is whatever the raw material I am buying for the company, I have to update. For example, this laptop, my company is manufacturing laptop, and for manufacturing of laptop, we need some components. What are there? Motherboard, hard disk, RAM. So we need to buy all that parts from the vendor, and this is the work that we are doing done here. Next, any idea about other ERPs in the market besides SAP and Tally? SAP Tally కాకుండా వేరే ERPs. ERPs कुछ idea है? Oracle. Oracle, Microsoft Dynamics, PeopleSoft, Ramco, BAN. So here I have mentioned some of the names in the screen. They may ask you that what are the other ERP vendors or ERP softwares or ERP products. ऐसे भी क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते, क्वेश्चन ఎలాగైనా ఉండొచ్చు. But you need to remember minimum two names like Microsoft Dynamics and Oracle. When you go to your home, when you get to your recording session, please write down two ERPs in the Microsoft and Oracle most of the market. The present rate of the SAP is 80.06%. Okay, compared to other ERPs, at present the SAP is in a leading position. Clear? Next, what is ERP? ERP, what it will do in the companies? Look at the paragraph. ERP is the process used by the companies to integrate almost all the aspects and factors of a company from HR to finance. From HR to finance means there are so many of modules between HR and finance. Okay, so HR से लेके finance तक जो भी transactions हो रहे हैं सब कुछ उसमें सर्वर में अपडेट करना पड़ेगा. HR నుంచి finance तक होते ना प्रति transaction सर्वर లో अपडेट అవుతా ఉంటుంది. ERP has played a greater role on industrial level as well as small businesses. As I told you that most of the MNC companies are also using SAP. Any idea about other MNC companies names? Wipro, Cognizant, TCS, Capgemini, Infosys. So many of the companies, MNC companies are there. They are using SAP. Even though the small size sectors, as I told you that Burger King is also using SAP, DMart, or some of the examples I have told you. So these all, yes, using. They are also using. Not only SAP is suitable for limited, SAP is suitable for type of business. Okay, and next. And here, if you are when you are writing your running notes, please write down this SAP team and this box. This SAP team and the box, whatever the levels has been contained here. No need to write the remaining thing. Okay, zoom कर लो आप, zoom करके देख सकते हैं ना, आवटलेदा. So IBM means what? IBM. Have you heard IBM? No, no, I'm not asking full form. क्या है वो IBM? Is introduced by the IBM people. Okay, starting the four people, but later on one of the people also added. Five people started the SAP there, and these are the level from freshers to a plus 3 years experience people will call as the associate consultant. The last one, associate consultant means 0 to 3 years of experience people will come under into associate consultant. Okay, next. Consultant means plus 4 years of experience people will call as a consultant. Then more than that, 6 years senior consultant. More than that, team lead, project manager, SAP project delivery head. So these are the levels under SAP team. Only a 6 levels will be there. So when you are in SAP project delivery head position, that means the whole plant will be in your under. आपकी जिम्मेदारी है, आपका प्लांट को हेड कर देते वहाँ पे जो भी मेटेरियल आ रहा वहाँ से कितना जा रहा क्या है पूरा आप देख लेना पड़ता. ప్లాంట్ మొత్తానికి హెడ్ ఉందన్నమాట. సో అక్కడ మీరు ఎంత మెటీరియల్ వస్తుంది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వస్తుంది ఇంకా మొత్తం మీరే రెస్పాన్సిబిలిటీ. ప్లాంట్ హెడ్ ప్యాకేజ్ విల్ బి అ మోర్. సో whereas for the team lead also they are giving 30 lakhs package so easily. Okay, and next, whereas Dr. Reddy Labs example here. So now the Dr. Reddy's they are using SAP, but previously when the starting stage they used to use Tally. अब बोले थे ना tally. What is a tally? Accounting. That means in a particular company, a particular hospitality, whatever the account section is there, that means how much purchase, how much sell, these all things will be maintained in a tally. But whereas when they introduce SAP, the material, whatever that you are buying, only for purchasing, I'm telling, for the purchasing, SAP team will take care about that. खाली सिर्फ परचेसिंग नहीं रहता ना कंपनी में, सेल करना भी रहता, नए एम्प्लॉय हायर करना रहता, के अलग टीम रहता. ఓన్లీ పర్చేసింగ్ అంత వరకు ఎస్ఏపీ టీం ఉంటుంది. సో కొత్త ఎంప్లాయీ వచ్చాడు, అది టాలీలో అప్డేట్ చేయం, సపరేట్ హెచ్ఆర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్. అక్కడ సే కూర్చో ఏమన్నా దాని సపరేట్ సెల్లింగ్ టీమ్, ఏదైనా మెటీరియల్ ప్రొడక్షన్ యూస్ చేస్తున్నారు, ప్రొడక్షన్ టీమ్ విల్ బి సపరేట్. సో దిస్ ఈస్ హౌ ద ఎస్ఏపీ టీమ్ హ్యాస్ బీన్ డిवाइडेड. सो वेराज इन नॉन एसएपी टीम मेंबर्स, एक नॉन एसएपी के कंपनी में गए तो आपको जूनियर अकाउंटेंट, अकाउंटेंट मैनेजर, असिस्टेंट मैनेजर, मैनेजर, एजीएम, जीएम, बीओडी, सीओ, देयर आर सो मेनी ऑफ लेवल्स इफ यू वांट टू रीच द अपर लेवल. Whereas in SAP team, we have only a 6 levels. So right side screen lo navi non-SAP. The left side screen, they are the SAP team. What the difference between the non-SAP and SAP? Next one. This is the organization structure. So who is here? ఈ సర్టిఫికేట్ మీద పేరు రాయలేదు రాజు, నేను మీరు అంటే ఏ పెన్ పెన్తో రాయకూడదంటాను, అందుకే నేను ఇట్లా గ్యాప్ పెట్టాను, మీరు రాసుకుంటారేమో. ఓకే, స్టాంప్ ఇచ్చేసాను, సిగ్నేచర్ చేయండి. ఇక్కడ నేను రావాలి, ఇక్కడ మీ వాల్యూ ఉండాలి. మీరు ఎప్పుడు నేర్చుకుంటే ఇది వాల్యూ కావాలి, సో వాళ్ళంతా అందుకే నేను రాయకుండా ఇప్పుడు వేరే పెన్ అయిపోతుంది, వేరే పెన్ అయిపోతుంది, మరి తేడా వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ సార్ నేను చాలా గుర్తు రాస్తుంది, జనరల్ సర్టిఫికేట్ అందులో పెట్టేస్తుంది. Just a second, guys. Okay, this is the organization structure. Organization means nothing but a company. So for each and every company, we have a different type of levels. People will be there, right? So have you heard about client? Client in the news also, we most of the people will listen about the client. We hear about the client. What is client as per your perception? जितना आपको मालूम है वो बताओ बस. మీకు తెలిసినంత వరకు client అంటే ఎవరు? हाँ. So जो business देता है हमें, right? Those who are offering the business to us. So as I told you that laptop example. So for example, I'm manufacturing laptop. One of the company has came and approached me. They told me that they required 100 laptops, 1,000 laptops. That means he has the requirement of laptop. Whereas as a company, are willing to buy my material to the some other person. So client is nothing but who asks you to fulfill his requirement, a product base or a service base. Same either word means client is nothing but who asks you to fulfill his requirement, either product base or service base. Next one, company code. Company code means, for example, when I start my business, I used to update my company name, my company logo, my company terms and conditions, right? So whenever I want to all these things to be registered by the government, I have to pay some amount. And even though the government will do the whatever the things I'm going to be registered there, that is a unique for my company only, right? Why? Because I am paying regarding of that thing, right? So if anybody want to copy my logo or copy my name, what happened? I can take the legal action on them. So even though when you are using the SAP to your company, the SAP people will provide the 4-digit unique code to your company. See, recently I think you are a recent passer, guys. So when you are in graduation level, so when you go to your exam center, how you are going to recognize that is your exam center? ऐसे मालूम पड़ेगा exam center है. In your hall ticket number, you have a some unique ID will be there. I think it is a 4-5 digit, right? So here the companies also they have a 4-digit unique ID. Okay, and what is the purpose of giving that unique 4-digit ID? सिक्योरिटी आइडेंटिफिकेशन इनका कोई यूज़ नहीं कर सकता, राइट? So see, under a company, whatever the transaction is going on there, we should have to update the four-digit code in the each and every transaction. Whether you are hiring a new employees, or whether you are buying a something or something, whether you are purchasing something, for each and every transaction, the company code is the most important. For this purpose, what happened? Whatever the transactions you are doing, whether you are buying or purchasing, the company will know that whether you're in a profit way or in a loss way. The company is running in a profit or in a loss. The same time, the government will also get the update that whether you are paying the taxes within the time or not, or whether you are running your business legal way or not, and how much profit you are gaining and how much tax you are paying. So these all things will link up with this company code. Clear? But in the real time, we won't maintain the company code. The finance department will take care about that. From the plant, our work will be start. Okay. Next, plant. Plant means procurement. इनका क्या बोले हो ना, समझ में नहीं। सर्वर नहीं, नहीं सर्वर नहीं। देखियो उस सिंबल दिख सामान कुछ स्टोरेज कर स्टोरेज प्लेस. So plant is nothing but where we used to store the material for the company, right? So even though we'll store the manufacturing machineries, okay, nothing but a machineries सब कुछ रख के manufacturing करने के लिए इस्तेमाल करते हैं उसको. Nothing but manufacturing area. Clear? And what is the storage location means? It's a part of a plant. See, this is the plant. Okay. So in this plant, what happened? I have just partitioned into some storage locations. Like like I'm going to store all the raw materials here, and semi-finished materials in the separate room, and finished materials in the separate room. Okay, I'm just partition a plant into some storage locations. Whereas for the components of the laptop means motherboard, hard disk, RAM, so भी एक जगह रख सकते हैं. पूरे अन्य कुछ పెట్టేస్తే ఏమవుతుంది? అన్ని ఒకటి పెడితే ఏమవుతుంది? Imagine that I kept raw material in this room, and for the production purpose, they asked me to supply something. So I will get confused, right? I was unable to find out the material where exactly I have kept. So this is the purpose of storing, dividing the storage location. Even though in some cases, what happened, like Reliance, and they are doing multiple businesses, right? So they have a retail business, they have this telephonic business, and even though they have GeoMart, they are doing multiple businesses. So, for example, they have taken one plant and they want to partition that plant into a two, and in one storage location they are going to put all the automobiles product. In some other storage location they are going to place all the like fruits and all these things. So here what happened? Whereas I'm talking about the fruits, that means I need to maintain the minus degree temperature, right? And this is how the storage locations will be divided to store different type of materials in the plant. मतलब सब मटेरियल एक जैसा नहीं रख सकते, అన్ని ఒకేలా పెట్టలేం కదా. సో ఫర్ డిఫరెంట్ మెటీరియల్స్ వీ నీడ్ టు different temperature. Next, purchasing organization. So these purchasing organization, I will take a simple example here. For example, imagine that you have started your own business, ABC Private Limited, and for your plant, we have a 10 plants. Under for one company, 10 plants are. So as a single owner, are you able to manage all these 10 plants work? No. So for that, what will you do? You will hire the employees and you are going to tell them to take the responsibility of a plants. Here the purchasing organization also is same. So these particular purchasing organization, they are going to take care about the plant. Under a plant, what material we are getting, how much we are selling, how much has been used for the production, how much has been left in the plant. Okay, a purchasing organization work is that it will take the responsibility of a plant about the material. समझ गए? ఏం వైష్ణవి నిద్ర వస్తుందా? Next, purchasing group. So whatever the material that your plant getting to your plant, that means you have ordered some material and you get update that some material is coming to your plant. जब प्लांट के पास कुछ मटेरियल आ रहा तो आपको समझना है कि वो कौन सा टाइप का मटेरियल है. दैट हियर यू नीड टू अपडेट दैट व्हाट टाइप ऑफ मटेरियल इट इज, वेदर इट इज अ ऑटोमोबाइल मटेरियल, it is a food material. Why? Because you're doing multiple businesses, right? So in this situation you need to update that what type of material you are hiring for your plant. Clear? समझ गए ना? Next one is end-to-end procurement cycle. So this cycle is the most important. And look out the first step, requirement determination. Requirement means requirement. For example, why you guys came here? What is your requirement? You need a training, right? That is your requirement. So as a company, if they are manufacturing something, they may have some requirement of materials, right? So here, look out the screen. The first one, they have mentioned some requirement determination and some paper is there besides there. Nothing but we are getting an update that whatever the material that required for the production. Clear? लेट मी टेल यू वन एग्जांपल हियर. समझिए आपको विप्रो कंपनी से ऑर्डर मिला. विप्रो कंपनी या कोई दूसरा, मेरा विप्रो है तो इसलिए ज़्यादा विप्रो यूज़ करती हूँ मैं. सो विप्रो कंपनी ने आपको ऑर्डर दिया कि 1000 मटेरियल्स लैपटॉप मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करके आपको सबमिट करनी है. తెలుగులో చెప్తా आपको. यहाँ पे आप फर्स्ट क्या करोगे जब ऑर्डर मिलेगा तो क्या करोगे आप? जब ऑर्डर मैंने समझिए मैंने आके आपको अप्रोच किया, मैंने बताया कि मुझे 1000 लैपटॉप्स की ज़रूरत है. देन व्हाट इज़ योर नेक्स्ट स्टेप? स्टॉक कितना है चेक करोगे आप. వస్తుందో వారి మీకు स्टॉक चेक करोगे भाई, बिकॉज आपको प्रोडक्शन करनी है. यस. तो यहाँ पे आपको प्रोडक्शन टीम वाले जो मटेरियल मेंटेन कर रहे हैं ना पूरे, वो टीम वाले आपको लिस्ट भेजेंगे कि ये पुराने आइटम्स तो है, नए ये लेके आना. अब घर पे अम्मी को बिरयानी बनाने के लिए तो बोल क्या बोलते हो, घर में बासमती राइस है लेकिन गोश्त चावल लेके आओ या कुछ दही लेके आओ, इस तरह से लिस्ट बोलते हैं ना आप. दैट मीन्स ऑलरेडी जो मटेरियल है उसका उसके बारे में बात नहीं करते वो लोग, जो लेके आना है उसके बारे में बात चलती है वहाँ पे. That means you are getting the list of materials whatever they require to buy from the vendor. So in the first step, ఇప్పుడు తెలుగులో చెప్తాం. సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఏదైనా కంపెనీ నుంచి మీకు ఆర్డర్ ఇచ్చారు. సో ఆర్డర్ రాగానే ఫస్ట్ మనం ఏం చేస్తాం, మన దగ్గర అసలు ఏ మెటీరియల్స్ ఉన్నాయి చెక్ చేస్తారు, ఎవరు ప్రొడక్షన్ టీమ్ వాళ్ళు చెక్ చేస్తారు. చెక్ చేసి నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకా ఏ మెటీరియల్ కొనాలో ఆ లిస్ట్ మనకు పంపిస్తారు. సో దిస్ లిస్ట్ విల్ బి గెట్ ఫ్రమ్ ద ప్రొడక్షన్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ టు ఎంఎం డిపార్ట్మెంట్. कहाँ से कहाँ रहा? Production department to MM department. Okay. So when you get this list of the materials, you need to approach the different vendors. Source means what? So कहाँ से ले सकते हो, कौन कौन मार्केट में बेच रहा, मार्केट लेवल अम्मुతున్నారు. You are approaching them by a phone call or by an email. Okay. So what you are asking to the vendor? You are asking the vendor to submit the quotation. So I require so and so material. I want to buy 100. So what is your price? So in the market, there are so many vendors are there. So we'll approach different vendors and we get the list of the quotation. And even though here what happened, we'll ask the sample item also. So what is the purpose of asking sample item? For example, आप कोई चावल की दुकान पे गया तो अम्मी कुछ चावल लेके आने बोले तो अलग अलग सैंपल लेके आके देते हैं. రైస్ కి అదేమండి చెక్ చేస్తున్నాం, రైస్ చెక్ అంటే మీ మదర్ తీసుకురమ్మన్నారు. సో 2 చిన్న చిన్న పొటాలు కట్టుకొని తీసుకెళ్తాం ఎందుకు? సో మీ మదర్ చెక్ చేసి చెప్తారు ఏది బెస్ట్ ఉంది అనేది. సో హియర్ ఆల్సో when you are planning to buy a bulk item from the vendor, here the company people will ask to submit the sample item also. Quality management team will check the sample item and they will update you whether this is a A1 grade or A2 grade. Okay. And as a SAP MM consultant, we will check the. So as SAP consultant, we will check the price. See, we have a 5 vendors in the market. One vendor has updated me that each price is 10 rupees. Second vendor update me he is going to offer for the 9 rupees only. The third vendor he is offering for the 15 rupees. And the fourth vendor for 20 rupees and remaining vendors like for the 8 rupees. So here what happened, we'll check out which vendor is near to my plant location first of all. The person who is near to my plant location is offering for the 10 rupees. The remaining 50, 20, 8, 9. So what we will do? So we'll check out whether the quality is good or not. So we get the update, quality is also excellent and the price is 10 rupees. Whereas the 8 rupees vendor, he is at Secunderabad and his quality also good. So generally where we are going to buy, from the Secunderabad or from the, but he is charging 10 rupees, right? Hmm. Transport. Even though for the transport also we are getting for the 9 rupees only. The quality is also good. So we'll try to bargain from this vendor, right? From the nearest location, we try to bargain him. So we'll ask him to submit for the 9 rupees only, right? So in case if he not agree, then we go for the that vendor only. It depends on the management. The management should have to be decide whether we have that much of budget or not. See, 1 kg के ऊपर 1 रुपया बढ़ गया तो अगर से आप క్రోడ్స్ में मंगा सकते हो आप. సో ఆన్ దట్ టైమ్ ఇట్ విల్ బి వ్యారీ. ₹1 తగ్గుతుంది కదా అనుకొని మనం పక్కనే తీసుకున్నాం అనుకోండి, కోట్లలో బిజినెస్ అవుతూ ఉంటుంది, లక్షలో లాస్ వచ్చే ఛాన్స్ ఉంటుంది. సో దట్ ఈస్ ద రీజన్ ద మేనేజ్మెంట్ విల్ డిసైడ్, దే విల్ డిస్కస్ విత్ ద ఫినాన్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ అండ్ దే విల్ కన్ఫర్మ్ దట్ విచ్ వెండర్ ఈస్ గుడ్ ఫర్ ద ఫర్దర్ ప్రొడక్షన్. And here finally the vendor selection has been done. In the fourth step, what we are doing, we are raising the purchase order here. Purchase order means, purchase order means हाँ, whatever you require the material, मतलब vendor select हो गया, vendor okay paid. So in the purchase order, we are just adding the whatever material you required, material and the quantity and the quality, and for which plant you required, on what date you required, okay, and from which company you are making the order. These all things will be maintained in the purchase order, and these purchase order details will be sent to the vendor. And here order monitoring. Monitoring means just tracking. And then the sixth step, goods receipt. So whatever the material you have ordered in the fourth step, it receive in the sixth step. So where it get received, to your plant location. And in case if you get any damaged item or any poor item, then what will you do? कोई damage item मिला or any wrong item you get, then what will you do? Yes, most probably we'll try to return the material to the vendor, right? If everything is fine, next invoice. So invoice details means what? In billing details. So what is the price and how much quantity we have get from which vendor. These all details will be there in the invoice, and then that invoice document will be forwarded to the finance department. And the eighth step, you can say that the billing process, once we submit to the finance department, so they will do the payment. Other than cycle, clear? So this cycle is a hard. Each and every day we'll try to use this word procurement. Right, Krishna? Everyday procurement words सुनने में आता. Procurement means purchasing the material from the vendor. We used to call procurement, we used to call end-to-end procurement. P2P cycle means procure to pay. We have different names for this. Procurement means this cycle. Clear? And this whole cycle will be done by the MM department. That means we department is going to take care about this all these steps. Clear? Next, R3 application. So in this R3 application, so as I told you that if you get any project, so first of all, we need to know what is the budget of the project. So for example, 100 crores. That is a budget. That is a deal that we get from the client. So whenever you get the meeting and when you are going to be have the signature on the final signature of the project, so we as a SAP MM consultant will look out only the material, but whereas the management department, they go with the finance department, they will check whether they may have that much of budget or not. समझ रहे हैं आप? या फिर जब भी आपको क्लाइंट के पास से इतना बल्क में ऑर्डर मिलेगा ना, हम लोगों का काम स्टार्टिंग कुछ नहीं रहता. एफए टीम वालों के पास मैनेजमेंट जाएंगे, वो चेक करेगी कि कितना प्रॉफिट में चल रही बिजनेस और कितने पैसे है वहाँ. ఎప్పుడైతే మనకి ప్రాజెక్ట్ శాంక్షన్ అయిందో ఫస్ట్ ఎస్ఏపి వాళ్ళు అంటే ఎవరైతే మేనేజ్ ఉంటారు కదా, ఫినాన్స్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్కి వెళ్తారు. ఎందుకు? ఎందుకంటే మనకి ఇంత బడ్జెట్ ఉందా లేదా. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఐ ఆస్క్ యూ టు పే ద ఫీ. సో వేర్ యూ ఆర్ గోయింగ్ టు ఆస్క్? ఫ్రమ్ యువర్ పేరెంట్స్. వై? బికాస్ whether from the mother or mother, father. Financial mom always use it. Finance को पूरा वही संभालते हैं ना. So here also same. So whenever you get the project, the management people will go with the finance department to check the budget, and if the finance department told that we don't have that much of budget, we try to arrange from the different sources, right? So for example, finance department has updated that we have only 80 crores. कितने होना था? ఎంత కావాలి? 100 కావాలి. ఎన్ని ఉన్నాయి? 80. తెలుగు आता आपको? So remaining 20 lakhs, 20 crores we need to adjust here, right? Next, controlling department. This controlling department try to control expense. Okay, like what will be the unwanted expenses for a company as per your knowledge? నాయుడు గారు, అన్వాంటెడ్ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్ అంటే ఏమేమి ఉండొచ్చు? ఇంకా आप बताइए. अनवांटेड एक्सपेंसेस मतलब जो भी बेकार के खर्चे रहते हैं कंपनी के, फिजूल खर्चे क्या हो सकते हैं कंपनी. कंपनी के हिसाब से बात कीजिए. कंपनी के हिसाब से फिजूल खर्चे मतलब फॉर एग्जाम्पल अब नए से कुछ एम्प्लॉयज को हायर कर लिया, very good, right? Their performance is very good, and you want to give the increment. So whether in this situation you are going to give the increment to the employees or not, you will think that this is an unwanted expenses, right? So nothing but this controlling team, they will control the unwanted expenses and try to increase the profit level of a company. So anyhow, they can adjust somehow some amount for this project. Next one is asset accounting. Assets means what are the assets for a company? एसेट्स का मतलब क्या है? फिनेंस के ना फर्नीचर बिल्डिंग लैंड्स राइट वैष्णवी మీరు బీటెక్ आप बीए మీరండి lands buildings furniture. Here the plants is also one of the asset for a company. Cash at hand, cash at bank. Okay, vehicles for a company, laptops, as you told, furniture. Okay, these all things will come under into assets. So from the assets, how we are getting income? Any idea? From the assets also, the assets will generate some amount. How? So when you give your plan for the lease purpose, or when you give your machinery for the lease purpose, right? From there also you will get generate some amount, and that amount is also going to use for this business, for the client, whatever the project they have given for this. Next, PS. Total project will be whether it is running in a systematic way or not. This PS team is going to be take care about that. Next, workflow. Workflow means so for this particular project, how many employees are there, how many mysteries are there. Okay. Next, industry solution. So in this industry solution, for each and every project, they are going to apply a new strategy. So new strategy means like for example, imagine that if you want to eat one apple, how much time it required? One, a maximum 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So if you want to consume 100 apples, it takes some time. And even though you require some other friends also, because at a time you can't consume that. So here also, if you want to manufacture a multiple number of production at a time, you require a is more missionary here. So they are going to be strategies. They are going to apply the new strategies to hire a new employees, whether you are going to hire a new material from the vendor. So these all things will be going to be taken about the industry solution people. Next one, HR. So HR people is going to focus on hiring new employees. Next, plant maintenance. So whenever you are going to buy the material from the vendor, before that you need to check whether the plant is in a good condition or not. ఇప్పుడు మీ అందరికి నేను ట్రైనింగ్ ఇస్తా వచ్చేయండి అన్నాను ఇక్కడ సరిగ్గా లేకుంటే ఏరియా ఊరుకుంటారా మీరు मैंने बोला कि हाउ क्लासेस है आ जाओ बोली अगर से यहाँ पे बैठने की जगह नहीं है तो आप खामोश बैठते हैं so this is what happened here also so when you are going to buy a material from the vendor we need to check our plant is in a good condition or not okay in some cases what happened the rats will spoil the wires and whether some bad condition bad smell will become there so these plant people they have to take care whether the plant is in a maintaining good way or not even though agar it is a minus degree temperature products they need to check the particular AC is working or not okay next quality management so whatever you are planning to buy from the vendor these quality management department will check the quality of the material घर की अम्मी है ఇంట్లో అమ్మలాంటిది అనమాట ఇది క్వాలిటీ చెక్ చేస్తుంది నెక్స్ట్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ప్లానింగ్ ప్రొడక్షన్ ప్లానింగ్ మీన్స్ ప్రొడక్షన్ మీన్స్ వాట్ చెప్పాలి మీరే और कृष्णा प्रोडक्शन का मतलब क्या है like manufacturing so these production department they will update you whether whatever the material that required for the production I have told you cycle याद है आपको cycle what is cycle so in this cycle the list whatever the list that we are getting from the production department is this PP department is going to update you that what are the materials required for the production अब प्रोडक्शन स्टार्ट करना है तो मटेरियल्स कौन से होना है ये టీం వాళ్ళే बताएंगे हम लोग స్టార్ట్ చేయాలి అంటే ఈ పర్టికులర్ టీం వాళ్ళే మనకు అప్డేట్ చేసేది ఏ మెటీరియల్స్ కావాలి మనం ప్రొడక్ట్ ప్లాంట్కి అని క్లియర్ so these PP department is going to submit the list of the materials to the MM department. As we MM department, what we are doing, we are going to follow the cycle. Whatever the cycle I have told you right now, this one. So whenever you get the list from the production, we are going to follow this cycle. Clear? I hope everybody is understanding. Next, SD department, sales and distribution. As there in the name, we have the word of sales. Sales means what? Huh. So how many customers are there? How much material we have already sale? Whether the billing process happen or not? So what are the customers' requirements? So these all things will be taken by the sales and distribution department. And look out this one, designed for all type of business. SAP is designed for all type of business. And here we have a multinational euro means we have a 200 plus country options and 200 plus currency options are there. And even though we have 40 plus languages options are there in SAP. So आप कहीं भी जाके काम कर सकते हो प्रपंचంలో ఏ మూల జాబ్ వచ్చినా చేసుకోవచ్చు clear even though there are huge openings in other countries also like Dubai, Bahrain or कौन सा है Abu Dhabi, Saudi, those who are willing to go outside the country and even though in Germany, Canada, US, these countries are also offering a big huge package. So look at the stream. This is the three-tier client. So in this three-tier client, what happened? Whatever the data that we are going to update in the server. So look out here. We have four branches. For example, imagine that. Okay, in the three-tier client, what happened? We have a four different type of locations are there. For example, one branch in Kukatpalli, one branch in Amirpet, one branch in Delhi, and another branch in Pune. So in the four different locations, somehow some transaction will be happen there. So each and every transaction, what happens? Some employees are giving updates in the system by the server. So all the data is getting into a application server. Look out. One application server is linked up there, and from the all the application servers, what happened? It's coming to the database server. So don't think that this work is going to be done by the MM department. Totally, this work is a basis department work. मतलब जो भी हम लोग डेटा दे रहे हैं जैसे कि मैं एमएम कंसल्टेंट दे रही हूँ एसडी वाले भी जो भी काम कर रहे हैं ना वो पूरा डेटाबेस में సేవ్ అవుతాం సో మనకి డిఫరెంట్ మాడ్యూల్స్ ఉంటారు కదా చేసి ప్రతి ఒక్కరు ఏదో వర్క్ చేస్తూనే ఉంటాం కదా సో వర్క్ అంతా ఏమైతుంది డేటాబేస్ సర్వర్లో వచ్చి కూర్చుంటుంది and these database server the basis department they have to take the backups. So why? What is the purpose? So why? Because in some cases, if the particular server has hacked by some other person, then then all the data will be get lost. No. So for example, that particular location has been get fire accident. So in this situation, what happened? The data will be lost. This is the previous one, whereas the old one. But now what happened? Each and every data is going to be stored in the cloud. The SAP has started in the initial stage. The database is Oracle. जब स्टार्टिंग में आता था ओरेकल यूज करते थे डेटा सेव करने के लिए एसीपी వచ్చిన కొత్తలో ఒరాకిల్ యూజ్ చేసేవాళ్ళం డేటా సేవ్ చేయడానికి సో లేటర్ ఆన్ దే కమ్ విత్ ద న్యూ దిస్ థింగ్ ఈసీసీ now the 6.0 EHP8 is running at present. Now they came with the HANA, then S4 HANA. So what is the big difference between the ECC and S4 HANA is that? So you may have a big doubt in your mind. ये HANA क्या है HANA है వినే ఉంటారు కదా చాలాసార్లు నథింగ్ బట్ ఈసీసీ వాట్ హ్యాపెన్ this is my laptop and I have some data in my laptop and in case if anybody came here and I just went outside and somebody has taken my laptop and then go out पूरा data इसके अंदर है मेरा so is there any chance that I can access my laptop from any other source No, that is the ECC. In the same location, they have the database. So, for example, so in the evening, we all the people has just get to our homes, and some fire accident happened here. So, is there any chance to get my data back? No chance. That is the ECC. Now the HANA has came. Only a laptop will be with me here. So even though the laptop has get spoiled, I have my mail ID, right? So I can access anything. So if I put all the data in my Gmail, अगर से मैं Gmail में रखी तो ही access कर सकती हूँ, right? So HANA ఏంటంటే ఎక్కడి నుంచైనా access చేసుకోవచ్చు మొత్తం క్లౌడ్ చేస్తాడు దాన్ని ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ये mobiles example ले लो आप previously we have small mobiles with the memory card so whereas we are using a big mobiles now so if anybody कोई चोर आ गया any theft has came and लेके चले गया తీసుకెళ్ళిపోయాడు అప్పుడు నేను ఫోన్ లేకుండా కూడా నా నంబర్స్ తీసుకోవచ్చు కదా నేను without my old SIM card if I use my Gmail account with the new SIM so I get all the numbers and all the data all my videos photos everything all my files everything that is the S4 HANA. Clear? But moreover, most of the companies have not been adopted totally for the S4 HANA. So present most of the companies using ECC only. Why? Because S4 HANA is most costly. Okay? So you have to prepare for the ECC and for S4 HANA also. In the companies they are looking for the both. Okay? And in the training part you will get the knowledge of ECC and the S4 HANA also. Clear? Next one. This is the old one. As I told you, the old one. Database and application server both are into a one location. So with this, what happened? If the location has been in a fire accident or it can be cause any problem, the data is getting a loss. Clear? And this is the landscape model. In the landscape model, we can check development client. For example, any client has given any project to you. So in the starting stage, what happened? They will ask you the sample item. రైట్ ఇప్పుడు మీరే ఉన్నారమ్మా ఏదైనా క్లయింట్కి వెళ్ళి ఏదైనా ఆర్డర్ ఇచ్చారు నాకు ఇలా కావాలి యూనిక్గా కావాలి సో ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ యాజ్ అ ల్యాప్టాప్ టేక్ ద ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ల్యాప్టాప్ సో యూ ఆస్క్ యువర్ పర్టికులర్ కంపెనీ పీపుల్ దోస్ హు ఆర్ సప్లయింగ్ టు యూ that whatever the laptop you are looking to submit from the particular company so I need my company जब भी मैं लैपटॉप ऑन करूँ मेरे कंपनी का लोगो आना है यहाँ पे लैपटॉप ऑन चाहिए ना कंपनी लोगो रावाली अन्ना so I asked him to give the charging socket at the right side something and I asked him the laptop should be of the new design or something or something so here in the development client what happened they will prepare the customized product example 4 or 5 items మీకు గుర్తుందా రెడ్మీ వచ్చిన కొత్తలో కూడా 4 5 डिफरेंट कलर्स లో వచ్చింది आपको याद है जब रेडमी आया था तो 4 5 कलर्स में था रोज गोल्ड ग्रे कलर वाइट ब्लैक याद है आपको अब इतने कलर्स नहीं आ रहे उसमें कम है अब blue what is this sky blue sky blue or sea blue something sea blue so on that time depends on the customer's requirement they used to select any one so here also in the development client what happened will use to manufacture different type of products the client will came there and he will examine and whatever the product he confirm the remaining products will be going to manufacture the same depends on the sample item जो सैम्पल आइटम उसने कंफर्म किया उसके रिगार्डिंग ही बाकी के पूरे मैन्युफैक्चरिंग करके सबमिट करना వాడు ఏదైతే శాంపిల్ ప్రొడక్ట్ కన్ఫర్మ్ చేస్తాడో దాని మీద డిపెండ్ అయ్యి మిగతా అన్ని మ్యానుఫ్యాక్చర్ చేసి సబ్మిట్ చేస్తాం క్లియర్ సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద 3 steps in the development client we are going to manufacture the sample in the test the client will come to your company and he will check the quality in the test client and the last one is productive client here whatever the quality of the number he asked you to submit we are going to manufacture in the productive system समझ गए हो అర్థమైందండి Next one, why ERP? Like means why SAP ERP? In the market, we have so many of ERPs, are right? Oracle, PeopleSoft, Ramco, Band, Tally, both are ERPs in market. There are so many of ERPs are there in the market. Why SAP ERP has been get this much of famous? The first one is integration of business process. That means it is able to integrate with any business process. And second one, standardization of system across location. Across location means all over world for overall control of organizations and better controlling of different business processes and better reporting system is there and best utilization of resources therefore man material and machines that means they're equally taking the importance of the man also with the missionaries clear Is there any doubt still now? Vaishnavi అర్థమవుతుందమ్మా? या हिया आपके दोस्त का नाम नहीं मालूम है? सईद, SAID, SAYEED. अच्छा मैं आई बोली नहीं जनरली सईद बोल तो सैयद सुन याद आता जल्दी. सईद थे यूएस के क्लाइंट हमारे SAP MMC के थे आके यहाँ पे ऑथराइज सेंटर में सीखे थे. यूएस के उनको उर्दू नहीं आती, वो आके सिर्फ इंग्लिश बात करते हैं. हाँ पूछते हैं. मैं बात करती हूँ उसके बारे में. आप पूछे थे नहीं क्वेश्चन, मैडम बोले थे, बात करती हूँ उसके बारे में. This is the notes that I'm going to submit to you, even though with the recording sessions. And let me show you how the server will be works with a simple example. This is the SAP login pad. Okay. So for example, I'm going to create a new company details here. So my company has purchased a new company. So it means apply then. So now I'm going to create a new company for a Hyderabad location. Okay, so before that, this is the login details here. So under your client, for example, client 800, under your client I'm working, you need to update your client details here. This is my ID, and I need to update my password also. Okay, this is the SAP home screen. We call as the easy access screen. Home screen मतलब आपको आदत पड़ने के लिए home screen बोल रही हूँ. मन कलवाट इतने home screen अंडरना, but it is not a home screen. It is a easy access screen. In SAP language, we need to call as a easy access. So from this particular screen, you can go with the any topic. If you want to create a plan, if you want to create a purchasing organization, if you want to create a storage location, a company, a material, a vendor, for which screen you want to go, you should have to go with this screen only. This is a starting screen. And here's the command box. यहाँ पे left side में command box दिखाई दे रहा है ना? Okay, in this command box, if I mention any shortcut key, so depends on the shortcut key, the screen will be moved to the particular location. Like for the creation of company, shortcut key is OX15. OX15. That is a shortcut key and that is the standard one. So here you may get one small doubt. For example, if I go to the Canada and they ask me to create the company, will be the same P code, or will be the same key I'm going to use there? Yes or no? Yes. अगर से मैं कनाडा चले गई या कोई दूसरा कंट्री चले गई मैं, और वहाँ पे कंपनी क्रिएट करने के लिए बोला उन्होंने, तो मैं सेम कीवर्ड यूज करने वाली हूँ वहाँ पे. हाँ, డౌట్ क्या है बोलिए. ఏం వైష్ణవి, యూఎస్లో జాబ్ వచ్చింది, కంపెనీ క్రియేట్ చేయమన్నాడు, అప్పుడు ఇదే కోండిద్ది అంటారు అక్కడ కూడా? అంటే ఇక్కడ ఇండియాలో OX15 యూస్ చేస్తున్నాం కదా, కెనడా యూఎస్ అక్కడ కూడా ఇదే యూస్ చేస్తాం అంటారా? సేమ్ ఉంటుందా? సేమ్ ఉంటుందా? సేమ్ रहता? Same. As we have already discussed that SAP is using in from the overall world, right? So this is a unique number, and it will be used for if you go for the any country or any location. The whatever the shortcut keys I'm going to tell you, that are the standard ones. It won't change. OX15 screen देखिए आप. Enter. So internal trading partners. Now go to the new entries option. So here it is asking the 4-digit code. As I told you that for each and every company we have 4-digit code, right? वो 4-digit code क्या है देना है. And who is going to tell you the 4-digit code? The management people will update you what is the 4-digit code and what is your company name and what is the location that we are going to start a new company. These all details will be get in a mail or by any MS Teams or by any service now or something. They are going to use a tool to send you the details. Clear? And company ID is, for example, G666. Okay, it should be in 4-digit. Maybe it a alphanumeric combination, it may be a alpha, it may be a numeric. कैसे भी रह सकता हो, ఎలాగైనా ఉండొచ్చు. Alphanumeric combination ఉండొచ్చు, only alphas యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు, only numeric కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. సో ఫ్రమ్ టుమారో ప్లీజ్ బ్రింగ్ యువర్ ల్యాప్టాప్స్. మొబైల్లో చూడడం చాలా కష్టంగా ఉంది కదా అది. కూర్చో. ఓపెన్ కూడా అవ్వట్లేదా? ల్యాప్టాప్ తీసుకోలేదా ఈరోజు మీరు తెచ్చారా? సో ఫ్రమ్ టుమారో ప్లీజ్ బ్రింగ్ ద ల్యాప్టాప్స్. And here the company name. So my company name is ABC Private Limited, for example. Okay, I need to update the company name of the company to caption. Caption idea అంటే ఏంటి క్యాప్షన్ అంటే ఏంటి? Hmm? बोलिए बोलिए. हाँ शॉर्टकट में कुछ उस नाम के बारे में लाइक अमेजोन ए टू जेड प्रोडक्ट और एल जी गुड लाइफ. और क्या है गोदरेज का क्या है? कोका कोला टेस्ट थंडर. This is the caption for your company. If in case if any caption is there for your company, you can mention here. Anyhow, it is a optional. Okay. For example, good life. Next, you need to update your particular address. I'm giving the SAP street address, and then update the pin code number and postal code number and the city, Hyderabad. And here the country. So what is the country? What is the country? You need to update your country details. As I told you that we have 200 plus country options are there. Is it there or not? Just scroll a little bit down. India. Okay. రావట్లేదండి మీ దాంట్లో. And here the language key. So click on the search option here. So here I'm going with the English language. I have told you that more than 30 plus 40 plus languages are there. Okay. So select the English language. And then what is our currency? INR. Indian rupee. So scroll a little bit down. The last one, INR. Indian rupee. And then do this is a save option. The speaker box is है ना यहाँ पे टीवी का speaker जैसा कनिపిస్తున్న speaker box ला ఉంది ఇక్కడ పైన. Click over there and write on the short test. Create a new short test. Create request. And what exactly we have done here? We have just created a company. Okay. Now click on enter. Then again click on the enter. So as you can see, the data was saved. Okay. Now is there any chance to modify my company ID? No. Why? Because once it is created, we can't modify. In case if you are updated by a wrong information, you can delete it. We have a delete option here. You can delete it, but you can't modify the company details. So even the same for the plan, same for the purchase information, same for the by mistakenly if you have given any wrong information, you need to just delete it and see. I'm just deleting here because I have given the wrong information and I'm supposed to go to the new entry option here. Here we have a new entry, right? So again go to the new entry and give the right details here. In case your company has been created and it's been like 1 year has been over, now you come to know that the ID has been given the wrong. Then what will you do? Is there any chance to delete now? No. Why? Because we have already created 1 year back and we have done some transactions. We buy the material, we have hired the new employees also. It is critical to change. We need to take the updates from the government on that time. Clear? So इसलिए हमारे नीचे भी थोड़े लोग रहते हैं जो डेटा चेक करने के लिए और ऊपर भी रहते रॉन्ग दिए या करेक्ट दिए जो भी काम करे आप उनको सबमिट करना रहता సో అందుకే పని చేయగానే ఆ పర్టికులర్ డీటెయిల్స్ అన్ని మన అప్పర్ డిపార్ట్మెంట్ సెండ్ చేస్తాం సో వాళ్ళు చెక్ చేసుకున్నారు ఎప్పటికప్పుడు రాంగ్ ఉందా రైట్ ఉందా అని clear. So for these particular topic, not only for this particular topic, for the each and every topic what I am going to guide you, we have a two ways. This is a shortcut thing I have told you. So we have a long cut also to game that particular stream. The OX15 కానీ షార్ట్ కట్ వచ్చేసాం కదా సో అదే स्ट्रीम రావడానికి ఇంకా लॉन्ग कट కూడా ఉంది तो पर्टिकुलर स्क्रीन पे आने के लिए आपको सिर्फ शॉर्टकट बता दी मैं उसके लॉन्ग कट भी रहता बट मोस्ट प्रोबेबली ट्राई विद द शॉर्टकट कीज ओनली in the interview they are not asking the path also if in case if they ask you the path then please replace with the t code आप बता सकते हो कि I do remember the t code but I am not sure with the path why because path is very difficult to remember clear okay for the today's class और कोई डाउट्स पूछना है आपको अ, कौन सा यू कंपनी टू? हाँ, नेम ऑफ द कंपनी टू। नहीं नहीं, बोलिए ना, आपको कैप्शन देना है कंपनी का। उससे कोई इजीली याद रखने का कैप्शन रहता है ना आपकी कंपनी का। आपका हम्म हम्म